Ahoy music lovers, vinyl enthusiasts, and everyone in between. My name is Isaac, this is The Blind Island, and today I'm coming at you with another vinyl review. Today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite albums of this year so far. It's by the mastermind behind the OCs and a couple of other projects. And this is an album that is quickly climbing in estimation the more I listen to it, and that would be Witch Egg. Again, that's like witch as though someone flying on a broom. Witch Egg. So good. I love this record. This is a phenomenal album. And I don't believe that it's actually the name of the band. The band is an amalgam of people who have joined John Dwyer, who have joined him on some other projects before. And I believe that another project that he's done with these guys is called Bent Arcana. Another project that I really enjoy, very oblique, very strange, very psychedelic. However, this is John Dwyer's kind of jumping both feet into the sounds of jazz fusion, that rock jazz fusion. And again, giving a little bit of background on this album, John Dwyer has released many albums under the name of the OCs. That band has had so many lineup changes that the only thing that has remained constant about them is the fact that John Dwyer is a part of it. Even the band has changed its name multiple times over. I believe that the group's name right now is OCs. But that could change with the next record that they release. I find him to be one of those journeymen. He takes a lot of inspiration from people who came before him, like Ty Segall, constantly pushing, constantly doing some new project, constantly trying to find a new sound. And I really respect the guy. I'm not a huge fan of the OCs, but I think that he is one of those people that is constantly trying out a new jacket and seeing if it works for him and then casting it off and trying something else. He obviously is one of those people who will constantly be always having a very mercurial changing face. So with this project, he brings to us jazz fusion very much in line with the type of jazz fusion that Miles Davis was making in the early 70s, thinking Bitches Brew, On the Corner, Get Up With It. This is really oblique, intense, in-your-face, psychedelic jazz fusion. Heavy, skronking saxophones wail throughout the entire release. You're going to hear a lot of dissonant sounds clashing together and creating new, different worlds to kind of dive yourself into. But in the midst of all of this dissonance, there's always a groove. There's always something to bring you back to earth. I think that he really takes a lot of his influence from that Miles period and continues to have his own sound. He is not really trying to make a Bitches Brew 2.0 here. He is trying to take that influence and create something new, which I think he does masterfully. He is making something that sounds fresh to my ears, even though it's very much in line with that sound. I think that the playing on here is really top tier. The production value is really tight. I do believe it's hard to find information on this one because it was cut in Austria, and it is a very underground record. Not many people have had it released yet. I only saw it in one store, Mad City Music in Madison, and it is difficult to find information about this record. I think that Pitchfork did do a review for this album. I disagree with their ranking of only 7.5, making it pretty much a little bit above average, but I think that's a far better album than they make credit for it. I also believe that this album is very spooky, very much a Halloween type of record, one that I play around that time. Even the album artwork speaks to that effect. There are lots of dark grooves perforating the entire song listing here. This is a very interesting record where you'll go from very difficult and free sounding tracks to ones that are really in the groove and in the pocket. This even ends on a very nice laid back track that just kind of walks you through, and it kind of gives you a nice palate cleanser from all of the really strange glitchy sounds that came beforehand. So if you're really into the adventurous avant-garde jazz fusion that Miles Davis trailblazed back in the 70s, this is going to be an album that is totally for you. If you're not really into that sound, this is not going to be a record that you enjoy. But for me, that period of Davis is my home base. I love that time period. I love that era of jazz fusion, and this is just continuing on and adding a new chapter into it. So I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I love this record. It's easily at the top of the list right now for me for 2021. That may change as time goes on, but this is a great album. And anyone who wants to buy it, you gotta pick it up quick, because these copies are gonna go very fast and they made a very limited pressing of them. So go to Discogs, go to midheaven.com, look up Witch Egg and vinyl release, buy a copy. Don't even think about it, just buy it, because you're not going to regret it. So guys, what did you think of this review? Is Witch Egg an album that you would be interested in listening to? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I hope that you guys have a great day on your own personal oasis. Cheers.